this team, we're going to stand together and fight this disease.
I come this way before, travel through the open door. Circumstances navigate the path, and life happened oh so fast. No, it got lonely. Sometimes you see, I know we couldn't make it. Even when I'm off beat, I still land on my feet, and nothing can shake me, cause I know life took a hold on. I never. This is where I am destined to be. I'm not ready to give up. No, I believe in the miracle of life. Life's a play for no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your role. Games get played, can't take it personal. Cause the devil is a liar. Telling you the truth, hey. It's all in what you do, hey. Some things you gotta do, hey. It's fight for millions, take a second, see the blessing in it. With much expected, much is given. When I make the living, now I'm giving back to children. Never let the power come first before your happiness, yes. You can be the best if you go the distance. Mix a little sweat with your persistence. You know that the best things are never instant. Just shine, let them see your brilliance. Get up, open up your eyes now. It's the moment of truth. No backing down. We're bringing it to life. Oh, for the children, it's a given. You gotta give it, be a blessing.
This my personal statement. Run the game like I'm aces. Learn to develop patience, determined to be the greatest. Yeah, bobbing and weaving, they changing up like the seasons. Indigenous to the grind, so I do it for all my people. Jabbing the competition, back up against the ropes. You fighting for recognition. I'm fighting just to promote equality where we lack it. Or cancer slowing our road. I'm confident we'll make it. We focus on common goals.
Yeah. Give back, give love, give insult away. Never give up, stand tall to fight another day. 2 toes, 2 feet, I stand on the ground. I'm going back soon and fight this final round. Life's a place and no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your role. Can't get played, can't take it personal. Cause the devil is a lie. Telling you the truth, hey. It's all in what you do, hey. Some things you gotta do, hey.
I'm gonna love is the word. What's up, JP? We don't call him JQ. Batman, what's up, big homie? They got tickets dropped today. Birdman, love is the word 2 times. What's up, Keith Sims, G Brown, KJ, Mr. Blue, M Square, Pierre, PG, Paul George, PG 13. What's up, Latifah? Thank you for coming in. Patrick, what's up? Gene Grove, Brayton, what's up, man? What it do, man? You down in that TX, man? What's up, Bird, man? What's up, Xavier, man? Thank you guys for coming in here, man. And we gonna have a fun show. She lit up the shop last time she was here. I think she picked Crawford and Fury, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if that's true or not, but we gonna have some fun in here, man. I appreciate her spending her Tuesday evening with us. Very late Tuesday evening on the East Coast. What's up, Money in the Ghetto? And Taylor Bell, man, I appreciate you coming in here. And further ado, man, I'm gonna play the song and play the trailer to the award-winning film, man. The award-winning film, 9 Wives, man.
Messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. how many other bastard children do you have?
15 to be exact. 15 to be exact, man. I appreciate you coming in here, man. Click the link in the comment section. Watch the film, the award-winning film win. We're in Atlanta this weekend, and I'm excited to show the city of Atlanta. We go back to Atlanta in October, so I'm excited for that. And I think the third week of October, we're finalists in the Oscar qualifying film festival, the Peachtree. So if we win that, it's like, it's not a guarantee you're going to win, but you get in the hat that the people that nominate the Oscars have the option to watch the film. So without further ado, Miss Biggs in the building. How you doing?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm super. I would be remiss if I didn't ask you, because they're going to tell me, can she turn her phone to full length camera?
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, that's the one. Let me take my lock screen off.
Okay. Thank you. And congratulations on the win.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Congratulations on the sponsorships. I've been following you on Instagram, and it seems like that fight was a great success for you.
It was always a great experience to be in the boxing ring, learning new things.
Mm-hmm.
And just grateful for everybody that came out, that watched our stream on BPE Network. And yeah, we just growing from here,
Yeah, congratulations. And you know what I noticed watching you fight? You front foot dominant.
You trying to leave my back foot some more?
No, I'm saying you confident in there. I saw the sparring footage. I saw the fight. I'm like, man, you just go in there like, okay, I'm about to dominate you. You know what I mean? You're going to have to beat me up to make me take a back step.
Yeah, I like to clearly win my fights.
No, and you only been, how long you been boxing?
About 9 years, but that's my 7th fight period and my 2nd pro fight.
How is it now being a pro in your 2nd fight? How was the preparation different from this one than your 1st fight?
The preparation was different in that I knew exactly what I wanted to work on more. So like through every fight, you get to watch your old one and just see where you can be more sharp, more flexible, more dominant, as we were talking about. So I got to see from my 1st fight to my 2nd fight, and just all my other amateur fights too. But I got to really sharpen my craft and how I wanted to do things, or places where I could have been better.
And what were those improvements that you think you made? I'll say you went to the body a lot.
That was what it was.
Okay, because I'm like, you committed to that son of a gun.
Yeah, a few months ago, my brother Justin and my brother Chris, we were working on that. So we were working on going to the head and then bringing it back down to the body. And I think I did that well this fight. And also I was working on not overcommitting to my punches. If I felt that I had her on her back foot, going towards the ropes and stuff like that, I still wanted to look sharp as I was doing that. Mm-hmm. And I was a little calmer this fight with that, but I still would like to, get better at that though.
Right. How has it been scheduling your 3rd fight? Professional fight, excuse me.
My 3rd professional fight is going to be in November. We're looking at the end of November, and I'm going to announce that soon. But we definitely want to keep me, going and making sure that I stay busy.
Is it challenging to find opponents?
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to find opponents because my weight is also fluctuating, because I'm still trying to figure out exactly what weight I need to fight at. Well, I know I need to fight at a smaller weight, but I'm still working my way down. Mm-hmm. So we're just trying to do that. And I'm new to this. I'm new to the professionals. I'm new to this side of the game. So and the amateurs, it was just that weight, and it was really no flexibility and change throughout the next day. So I'm still trying to work on how much to cut, when to cut it, what's a healthy cut, all that type of stuff. So we getting it together.
How what's your ideal weight?
I would like to campaign around 135, 140.
That division is kind of hot now.
Yeah, that makes it even better, right?
Yeah, and you got a organic rival, the twin sister. She just won on don't she fight at 130, 135?
You said the twin sister?
Yeah, what's her name? Oh my gosh. She just fought on yeah. What weight?
Yeah. She fought at 125 I think this fight.
Oh, she's much lower. Okay, so she would
Yeah,
have
but
to go up.
she goes up and down though. She's has a lot of belts at different weight classes.
Yeah, and Alicia Baumgarten is 35, right?
Either that or 130. I'm not really sure which one, but
Yeah,
somewhere around there.
that would be a great promotion.
I think so. AZ
Yeah,
versus AZ.
yeah. How is that? How is the because very rarely do we see women beefing. Is it just, do you have intentions on creating beef to promote the fight, or do you just let the cards fall where they may? Do you wake up sometimes says, today I'm waking up and choosing violence?
I mean, I'm a counterpuncher in every like way. So I'm not really gonna start no beef, but if it is, you know, I'm gonna return fire for sure. But it's not something that I just, everything with me is gonna be organic.
Right.
You know?
Right. And Carissa Shields won her first MMA fight. How did
Yeah.
break down that fight? Because you did an excellent job, whether we agreed or disagreed. You did a hell of a job at breaking down the tactical stuff as it pertains to fighting.
Yeah. I saw the fight on Instagram. I thought she did a great job. I mean, she hit her with this clean, really, really nice right hand when she first got in there, and the girl, she just wanted to take her to the floor after that. And I think the preparation for that MMA fight, I think she really studied it. I think she really did her homework. I think she really practiced. And, you know, when she got inside of the cage, she really went to work. And I like how she wasn't able to, I like how her opponent wasn't able to wasn't able to, what's the word? Take advantage of what she would have thought was her weakness with, you know, the floor game. And people understand boxers are very strong too. Like, we're physically strong. We have to be in there. So it just showed, and that, you know, it translated to the cage too. And that was dope.
That's what I noticed in your fight, that you pretty strong as well. That caught me like by surprise, you know, like, because Carissa is a very dominant, skilled fighter, right?
Yeah.
And so she dances in there, and because she knows she's so much better, so she doesn't, that mesh point, she doesn't necessarily have to be in that mesh point. And I watch her sparring, and I watch her fight, and I'm like, and she's not moved by return fire at all.
Well, thanks. I mean, boxing is a big mental game. So, you know, when I have to move, I will. But if I don't, I'm gonna save some energy.
and that's what you said last time about your first fight was your endurance. How was it this fight, even though it was short? How was it?
It was better, as in I noticed the difference between my first fight and my second fight. Even just when I was in the back warming up, like it was like no, I didn't need any extra breath. Like, I wasn't like, okay, let's chill on pads right now because I have to go out. I could have kept going. I like that. And I like that, you know, this is a 4-rounder. When I get up to 6 rounds and stuff like that, I know that I'll be able to do it, and it won't be as much of a challenge. Of course, I can always get better and always, you know, run more, do more sprints, stuff like that, which I will. But I like how I'm comfortable with these rounds now.
Right. The link to beam in is in the pinned comment section. It's the second link. Joe Jack says, thanks for having my favorite guest on the show again, Fred. All love and prosperity by Aida Biggs. Yeah, they were looking forward to you. So we had a really great show yesterday, right? And like it was like an all-inclusive show. We basically went all across America. We took the 10 freeway from California, ended up in Florida. The topics just was off the chain. I was like, y'all make sure y'all give her that same energy. Were you impressed with Jake Paul giving Amanda Serrano $500,000 on her purse? Or did you hear about that?
I mean, that's dope, but no. I mean, Amanda Serrano is a way bigger star than, you know what I mean? Like, a way bigger star in boxing. She deserves way more than what she got, even though she did get a lot. But it's like, I don't know. It's like, I appreciate that, you know, he helped to bring it to the forefront, but it's something that's was supposed to happen already. It's like freeing the slaves, you know? It's like, we never were supposed to be in chains.
You're absolutely right. And that was the biggest purse in women's boxing history. How do you create? Yeah, say it again.
No, I said right.
Yeah. Showtime only gave her 42,000. And she in turn he gave her 500 from her purse. How do you create the $1 million female fighter?
You said he gave her 500,000 from his own purse?
Yeah, from his own purse.
That's nice. That's very
Yeah.
generous. That's nice.
To say the least, right? That's
Yeah.
impressive, man. I was very impressed with that. And he tweeted today he's in talks for her next fight as well.
Well, listen, Jake has a lot of say-so right now in the boxing world. He's a big draw for, bringing over the YouTube crowd to the boxing crowd. I think it's all good for boxing. And if he wants to help out women's boxing, then listen, do your thing. And I hope that it really brings to the forefront that, like, there are female champions that have been doing this,
Yeah. So in between fights, what's Miss Big's life like?
Always losing weight. I'm constantly always losing weight. Just training, a lot of training. I was like, no, it's like a full-time job in and of itself. I spend a lot of time with my family, my brothers, my younger siblings, my nieces, my nephews. I really live a very chill life. I watch anime, stuff like that. I don't really do anything too much. You're not gonna find me in a club or nothing like that.
Really? You don't do? Do you do like bars or hookah lounges?
I don't smoke and I don't drink, even though when I'm not fighting. So not really. But
you do travel. I did see that. I do travel. And
yeah, I travel. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What's your favorite place?
So like within the last few years, I've actually been trying to travel much more because I want to make that, a part of my lifestyle. So, but this year I went to Jamaica. That was the out of the country experience that I had. I've always wanted to go. I'm part Jamaican. It was a beautiful, really, really beautiful vacation. Besides that, we're always kind of going little places, Vegas, Atlanta, like kind of traipsing across the US a little bit. But that was a luxury vacation I really enjoyed. And I would love to do that more in the future. So much more to see in this world, Right.
What would be your ideal next location?
Ideal next location. This won't be my next location, but I really, really wanted to go to Africa at some point. Like South Africa and like go on a safari. As long as it goes, we good.
Yeah, that's on my bucket list too. If I can get the courage to sit on a plane for 24 hours, I would.
Yeah, it's the plane thing. Yeah, it's a plane thing too. Because I wanted to go to Hawaii too, but planes for some reason since I've gotten older have become scarier to me. Like when I was a kid, it's like, but now it's like, I'm really aware of being out of control right now. And I'm really not on ground on land.
Yeah, you know too much.
Yeah, I know too much. I speak too much.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Anime would be considered what?
It's like Japanese cartoons, but it's adult though.
Okay. What's your favorite movie?
Troy.
Really? Why? The battle scene? Or?
The fighting scene, the battle scene, the message, the way the script, the way the lines were written, the way the lines were delivered. The cast is amazing. The acting is amazing. The story, like it being, derived from the Iliad. I think that's all dope. And I love Greek mythology from that. I really, I found it to be really, really fascinating.
Who would play you in the movie?
If I was in a movie?
Who would play you?
In a movie, not Troy you're talking about.
Yeah, who would play you, Aida? Who would play Miss Biggs?
People tell me I look like her a lot.
You do?
Yeah.
You do.
Well, I guess she looks like me because I'm older, but yeah, people say that a lot.
Yeah, I actually just saw her in concert. Have you seen her in concert?
No. But I really like her music though. I really, really like her music. And this is I guess we're gonna see it. I look like her a little bit. Yeah.
Is it okay? So would it be Slide or would it be Focus? Song.
Say that again.
Her song. Have you heard her song Slide?
Oh, or Focus. I like Focus.
Focus is a man. That's a monster, isn't it?
That song. Yeah,
man, that's a monster, man. I love the first stanza in that song, man. Yeah,
she can really sing, and she brings like this soulful vibe to it. And I used to sing too. I went to school for about 7 years. Wow. So like I feel her in that. I really like the way she delivers everything. She's a great artist.
Mm-hmm. Why did you only go to school for 7 years?
I went to school for singing for 7 years.
I'm like, man, you a prodigy. You went to school for 7 years.
Right? And that's all I needed. No, I went. Now I went to junior high school, and then high school for vocal.
Okay, Drake or Kanye? Have you heard
Drake.
both albums?
I haven't heard. See, so I'm not really one to like when an album comes out to listen to them. I'll hear like little things here and there. My brothers like that though. They listen to the both and compare. The only song I've heard from Donda that I know of is Hurricane, and that song is I love that song.
Ooh.
That song. One thing about Kanye is he'll have his music is so full, and I can really tell that he like grew up in like I know he's been to like a Baptist church because the choir, which is and I used to sing in the choirs, but I've always loved that sound. He always incorporates that into music, and I think that shows like how well rounded he is as an artist. Right. Because I hear it, and I'm just like it does something to you. You know, it touches you.
No, you're absolutely right. Absolutely right. We got our first beam in, man. We got DJ with the shades beaming in. What's up, DJ?
What's going on, Fred? How you feeling tonight, man?
I'm feeling great.
How you doing, Aida? Oh, I'm taking the shades off. So, first question: what's your favorite anime?
Naruto.
Naruto? No Demon Slayer? No One Punch Man?
I like both of those too. I can't wait for season 2 of Demon Slayer. One Punch Man is taking long for a 3rd season though. I love all of them, but Naruto, I have never watched a show, movie, anything that has drawn as many emotions as that one has. The storyline just for that is crazy. Like I don't even know where he started when he started writing it, or however. But it's the way they intertwine all storylines is like genius to me.
My personal favorite outside of Dragon Ball, of course, would be Attack on Titan.
Love Attack on Titan.
Man, it's so dark, isn't it?
It is. We try to watch it with my mom sometimes, and she's just like, it's too gory for her. I put people onto that one.
Yeah, man. My daughter tried to watch that with me, and I wouldn't let her watch it with me. But her favorite is My Hero Academia.
Yeah.
That's
I'm actually waiting for those episodes to build up right now because I hate watching one episode week after week. I just like for it to build up so I can watch it all at one time.
Okay, sub or dub?
The voice acting is better in sub, which I'm starting to realize. But sometimes when I watch the subs, it's hard for me to pay attention to the actual scenes. Because I'm reading, but then I'm trying to look back up at what's going on. So I prefer dub, but the Japanese voice acting is really, really good in those animes, though. Better than the English.
Yeah, you get more of the emotion when it's sub.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And them both screaming.
Why do you think more little black girls don't take up boxing in these metro areas where they have boxing gyms?
I just think that because it wasn't popular for women to box, since like Christy Martin and since like Layla Ali, it kind of died out after them. But I think that now, because we have so much going on centered around boxing, all the rappers want to box, all the singers want pads, everybody, it's becoming popular again. So I think you're going to see a whole new wave of boys and girls just wanting to, try their hand at the sport.
Okay. I would very much love for your next fight to be down here in Atlanta. It's about an hour from where I'm from, Alabama, but Atlanta's about an hour from my house. So I would love for your next fight to be here in this region where I can come support you. You look absolutely amazing. Let me go ahead and put that out there. And I think I speak for most guys in the chat. We're glad you're here tonight. You are highly requested. And I enjoyed watching you beat up the last chick in your last fight. Like Fred said, you did invest in the body work. I noticed after the first couple shots, she didn't like them. And you did the smart thing by going back. You see a weakness, you exploit it. So I wish you nothing but health and prosperity in your career. And part of the discussion that we were having last night, it's been a popular topic to discuss this week ever since the picture came out. Where are you as far as like how men dress nowadays? What do you consider manly? And when I say that, I mean like guys, I personally, I don't do it. I'm not into the skirts and the skinny jeans and the blouses, but you have guys doing that now.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like they did 30 and 40 years ago. So for you, is it just as manly then as it was 30 and 40 years ago with guys like Prince and Rick James and the Isley Brothers and the Commodores and everything they wore? Is it pretty much the same thing to you as it is today, as it was back then?
Well, back then, wasn't really my era, so I don't really know those emotions that everybody felt back then when men did that. I'm gonna go ahead and give you a political answer right now.
It's the barbershop. It's the barbershop.
I don't want to.
You are safe here. You are safe here.
Okay, so tell me the question again. I'll answer honestly. Go ahead.
Do you have a problem with men wearing skinny jeans and purses and all that type of stuff now? Because it was popular back in the day, but you hear a lot of older people who say, "What's wrong with these kids now? What are they wearing?" But you can pull up pictures of what Rick James was wearing and Prince and other rock and funk bands back then, and it was okay. It was considered manly. And my question is, what's the difference between then and now?
Okay, so
as far as fashion.
Okay, so you're basically talking about the androgynous look that men are starting to like bring back, like
androgynous. That's not androgynous. That's feminine. That's not androgynous.
Okay.
What was androgynous, Fred? What was androgynous?
I'm sorry. That's
what they were calling it. That's what they were calling it back then. So I was just using the word. But I think that it doesn't bother me personally. I guess it doesn't affect me personally. So I mean, whatever anybody chooses to do, however they choose to dress, I don't think that it's a very masculine look. No, and I don't think that it's supposed to be masculine when they wear it for some reason. I just don't like. It's not. It doesn't look like they're in a Trojan War or anything like that with the skirts on. They're not in battle. They don't have swords on, so it's very hard to make that look masculine when you're just going to a fashion show.
Right.
Also, if you're not like, what is it, like Scottish descent, you can't call it like your culture. So I mean, for those that do it, I guess they're trying to make a fashion statement, and fashion is something I've never really understood like that on either end, but to each their own. And it doesn't affect me because none of the men that I know or hang out with or my brothers, they don't dress like that. So I guess yeah, until it gets close to me, I don't really have a judgment for it.
Okay. Cool. Well, who's your team? First of all, who are your sports teams? Do you follow any other sports? Who's your sports teams?
I watch a lot of boxing. Any other sports teams? Not really. I don't really watch any.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite fighter now? Male and female. Who are your favorite fighters? Sorry if you've answered this before. I just missed the answer.
Male fighter, my brother, Justin, my older brother. That's my favorite.
Okay.
Male fighter. My favorite female fighter. There's a lot of good female fighters, but I really loved Melissa Hernandez when she fought. I like her skill and stuff. But there's a lot of other greats. Like, I just fought on Christy Martin's card. She's amazing. I just watched a documentary the other day, and she was knocking them bitches out like cold. So that's not something that you really saw like that. So I'm all for that type of action and that type of performance in female boxing. Layla Ali, I met her too. She's like an Amazon, like she's mad tall.
Yeah, she's a lot bigger than people think she is. That's why when they were starting talking about her and Clarissa fighting, I was like, I don't know, man.
That was two different things. Layla, she didn't fight anywhere near where Clarissa's fighting now. Like that wouldn't even
right.
I don't, talked about it. Plus she's a legend, so you let legends, not die, but you let them continue their legacy without bringing them environment,
Interesting. Okay. I got you. Well, I'm gonna get off here. I ain't gonna hold this up, Fred. It was good talking to you. I will follow you on IG. Continue following you on IG. What am I thinking? I enjoyed that trip to Jamaica almost as much as you did.
Thanks.
Yes, ma'am. Fred, it's been real, man.
all the time.
As always, thanks for having me on.
Bye.
Y'all quit being scared, man. Y'all all ever talking about how bad she look and everything.
This is my brother, Justin.
That's her brother. What's going on, bro?
What's up,
How
Justin?
you feeling, man?
Love the show, guys. Love the show.
Oh, thank you. Is it your 2 or your 3? We should be afraid of.
Oh man, all of it, man.
Great answer. Great answer.
Yeah.
Tell him I'm the weapon. I'm the weapon.
5.
Oh, we gotta have you on, man. We gotta have you on. Can I have PPD call you and set Justin up to come on? Can we do that? Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. That'll be fun. October. Yeah, October.
Absolutely.
October we'll knock it out for sure. That'll be cool. We'll rock out.
Yep.
No, that'll be dope. Speaking of legends, what did y'all think of Evander Holyfield?
You know what? I was signed to Evander. He actually gave me my start.
Wow.
Yeah, he like handpicked me after the gloves. Won the Golden Gloves. You know, I think it was a little early. The stoppage. I didn't like the fight because of the age disparity, like the age difference. You know, Evander's like 58, the other guy's 44.
Right.
That's a very big gap. Now I would have liked to see him against Mike, who's closer in age, or someone, you know, kind of up there. I would like Vitor against Shannon Briggs. They're closer in age. But I wouldn't like Vitor against Jake Paul. I think he would get stopped. He may get hurt, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, he got too much veracity too. You know what I mean? It's like he's walking through all that stuff, you know what I mean? And Jake Paul don't really know. He don't know his way around the ring yet. And he wasted a lot of energy with a guy who didn't there to win. You know, I thought Tyron Woodley was just there, you know?
Yeah. I think Tyrone, like in boxing, you know, I learned first, you learn how to hurt people, but then you have to learn how to become a finisher. And that's the difference between the elite fighters, like the Spences, the Terrence Crawfords, like they know how to finish. And that's a skill that Tyron Woodley doesn't have yet.
Right. Yeah, you're right. He doesn't have it. And he didn't have the conditioning to even attempt to be that anyway. He was gassed.
Yeah. He's which is natural, which is by design, because, you know, he's a 170 in the MMA, fighting a guy that's walks around 200 plus pounds. He's 5'9", I believe. Kid is 6'4". He's just a smaller man, smaller bones. So he's going to get tired.
Right. Aida, Evander Holyfield?
I didn't like to see the fight. We have a lot of respect for him as a family. Like, you know, Justin was saying, like, he gave us, you know, our family, you know, with Justin, he signed as a pro with Real Deal. He gave, you know, him his first shot, and Justin was very, you know, a big part of that stable that they had going on there. So we have much respect for him. Seeing the fight end the way it did, it was, you know, it hurt. Like, you know, you don't really want to see your idols or legends, especially in the boxing world, because they're so, especially in their heyday, they were so revered. You don't like to see them, you know, a man like, you know, fall off like that. You know, and it's really just because of age. Like, you know, it's just certain things you can't do when you're older that you know, old Holyfield would have, you know, did that. So it's like, it's not something that as a boxing fan or as a, you know, you just don't want to see that.
I noticed Justin came in when DJ said he enjoyed you in Jamaica. He's like, hold up. Wait a minute.
Yo, you know what? I don't even think he heard that part, but I was thinking it in my head. I'm like,
I was like, oh, she got a big brother that can really, really fight. You know?
I didn't even hear that part. I didn't catch that. It must have been my big brother senses kicking in.
Right. And big brothers have those too. You know, big brothers really know how to. No, you're absolutely right. What was the moment in y'all relationship where the relationship just went to a 10, like in terms of protection, in terms of love? Is there a clear moment in y'all lives? It may be different for the others.
He used to be worse when I was younger. Oh my God. I mean, like when I was a teenager, like this guy, like he's super duper protective. So is my younger brother Chris. So they be on my back. You know, it's gotten easier now to have a relationship and be like, you know, a young woman with my brothers, especially in the boxing world, as I grew up, because now we're all adults. You know what I mean? But yeah, they give me hell.
We're not that bad.
They're not that bad. They're terrible.
Yeah. Hey, Deontay Wilder said his daughter's 16 now, and he said in an interview last week that and her boyfriend has to do 3 rounds with him.
So
Like,
she'll
come
never
on.
have a boyfriend then.
Depending on who he is, right? Like she got to find some warriors,
I
man.
know.
Mm.
That's
How do you beat the baddest man on the planet? Like,
I guess he's just expecting him to survive, but even then, it's like,
yeah. Well,
yeah,
if he really wants to, he'll box.
if he really wanted her, he'll box her. Speaking of fights we really want, Porter Crawford was announced today, November 20th, which is around your fight date. Aida. What are y'all individual thoughts on that fight?
I got Bud.
I know you got Bud. I know that. You got Bud against Spence, Porter, but break that fight down.
I think that Terrence wins by, like, stoppage. Actually, I think that
Wow.
yeah, I think so. I think that I think he's too small. I think he's too short. I think Sean Porter's very small. I've met both of them in person, so, like, I could tell that just like the height difference and just being a smaller guy. Like, Sean Porter, he's not as short as me, but we're around the same height. He's a small, strong, compact person. But I think that as his career started going on, I think that other fighters are able to capitalize a little bit more of things, and I just don't think that he's on the same level as
You know what? When I sect that fight, Porter's been so successful to me because of his football background. So he's able to get you on the ropes, administer shots. In the middle of the ring, he can be dangerous with the lunging shots. When you pull out, that's one thing that Spence would have to worry about. But I don't know if he'd have the power to
Spence
really
or
hurt
Crawford or
Porter. Porter. I don't know if Porter can catch turns lunging, pulling back with his lunging shots, but I don't think it would be enough to finish him. But the biggest thing about it, where Porter gets most of his work done on the ropes, because Terrence Crawford has a wrestling background. He's so physically strong, and I look at, but he's very strong. Like, look at the Jeff Horn fight, how he manhandled Jeff Horn, but Pacquiao struggled to manhandle him, and look at when he also fought look at how Jeff Horn fought the other guy, the 154 that gave Kell Brook a lot of trouble. See, when someone presents a fighter to me, I watch them fight, and I watch their opponents. So this is how you can gauge the strength and what they do well. So Terrence Crawford is extremely strong, and this is why I have him. I favor him over the other welterweights because he's not going to be pushed to the ropes, and that's where you're going to have to get him. So ordinarily, Porter can fight. Don't get me wrong. If he can catch him with the lunging shots, stay away from shots long enough. But then I kind of side a little bit more with Bud. I think Bud is just is pound for pound the best fighter right now.
Wow, pound for pound. Do you think Bud is disciplined enough to fight him like Victor Postol?
He wouldn't. I don't think he'd have to. I think he has the longer arms. I believe he's extremely heavy puncher. Like I have a friend that sparred and he's like, yo, he's hitting. I'm at 54. He's like, he's hitting like you, bro. And I have a lot of one punch knockouts. I didn't just heavyweights. I stopped heavyweights in the gym. So he's a really big puncher, and his mentality is like, I'll punch with you. And once he realizes that you can't hurt him, he'll punch through you. And these fighters don't have a mid-range game good enough to beat him. The only guy that probably has a mid-range game that can hurt him with something probably be Keith Thurman, but eventually he gets to Keith Thurman's body.
Wow, you overlooked Errol Spence.
Errol Spence is very good, but Errol Spence's game is getting you on the ropes. Errol Spence is extremely strong. He has good movement at it, but it's that Errol can win too, but it would be more over getting him on the ropes. Like Errol uses a lot of body manipulation, pushing your arm down, shooting uppercuts, the right hook, body punching. And just the problem is that in the middle of the ring, Terrence is just the best mid-range.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean by like flat-footed, is that he's not like in the middle of the ring. He's not like, you know.
He has a good counter left hand. Yeah. But remember, like, look at this when you watch this, right? Terrence can knock you out in the middle of the ring. He can knock you out on the ropes. He can knock you out going backwards, right? Look at Gamboa. He knocked Gamboa out going backwards. He knocked Kell Brooks out in the middle of the ring. He knocked Hank Lundy out on the ropes. Spence does his work on the ropes. He knocks you out. He beats you down, puts you put your back against the ropes, and he leaves you there. So that's the big difference.
Okay, I think that's a great fight. And all honesty, I'm kind of excited about the big fight momentum. So I would like for Terrence Crawford to win, and everybody just jump on the bandwagon. Everybody gonna jump on the Terrence Crawford bandwagon. I told you. And then we get the big fight energy. We get Spence Crawford. You won't be able to escape that fight. You know, I don't think there's no other fight that's even meaningful. You know, Sean Porter respectfully becomes an outcast. You know, Ugas, he's a champion, but you know, he's not a pay-per-view guy. So it kind of forces the men in suits to be creative and make that fight happen.
I'm familiar with Ugas. I sparred Ugas. I'm familiar with him.
How was that?
I sparred him after he came out of he was at 9-0. He won the Pan Am game. It was he's strong, but to me, great fighter. But it was he was a little bit deliberate at the time, and just what I did at the time. We did like 4-minute rounds. I sparred another pro. I was still amateur at the time. Sparred another pro, and then we sparred. But I was able to hit him with shots. I was able to evade whatever he did. It was good. It was good work though. But I look at him and great fighter.
Right.
He breaks down over time. I look at him in Terrence, and I favor Terrence 70, maybe 70-30.
What other pros have you sparred?
Man, I sparred a lot of people.
He sparred Andre Darrell.
Yeah.
Sparred Erickson Lubin.
Yeah, Lubin. I sparred.
That would be fun, Erickson Lubin.
Yeah.
It was fun to watch.
Yeah, I can imagine. Erickson Lubin got a skill set.
He's very good. Yeah, he's good. I sparred. Me and Africa, Richardson Hitchens sparred a million times.
They spar all the time.
He's sharp. Peter Dobson's another good fighter.
Peter Dobson out of Philly, right? Is that Philly or Brooklyn, New York?
No, it's Brooklyn.
New York.
Okay. Well, he's out of the Bronx, actually.
I sparred a lot of the New York guys. We already like.
Gotcha.
Edgar.
Me and Edgar sparred a
Oh,
couple
that's
times.
a big guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I spar a lot of big guys. Man.
Yeah, all the time. He don't really have a weight class.
It don't really matter.
Yeah, because he's probably 200 pounds when you sparring him.
Yeah, he was big.
He was. Yeah. Kelly
Frank
Thompson. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Frank.
If Gamboa rocked him, Crab and Lobsters dropped him, then Earl stops him.
Listen. This is the biggest thing about Terrence Crawford. I'm a big Terrence Crawford fan. I look at him. He's like one of those. I like him, Inoue. The thing about Terrence is the age. See, they're trying. What they're trying to do is age him out. They're trying to make him older, to his testosterone goes down, and they're able to have their younger guys beat him.
Yeah, because these fights been should have. They were supposed to have been made.
They know he's a little older than those guys, so that's what they're trying to do. And Errol has the advantage in that department. But if Terrence is keeping his body up, I think he can unify that division.
I would like for him to try and do it. E1K. I think people underrate Earl's boxing fundamentals and skills. He can win any kind of fight. Bud is great too.
I think Errol will beat Canelo Alvarez.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's saying a lot.
Absolutely.
I don't think so. I mean, I don't think so. He doesn't think so.
I think he could. He's long arms. Look, listen. I look at that fight. He does punches and bunches, combinations. Canelo goes for those one punch at a time. I think Errol's strong enough. He has good enough
strong enough,
boxing ability, and Floyd Mayweather did it. So I think he could do it.
Floyd has like better reflexes and stuff though.
Errol has good.
He has good reflexes, but Floyd's was on a different level of everybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he just
right.
I mean, listen. There's guys that are in. Canelo's a good fighter, but a lot of his wins are older guys, or guys too small.
That's true.
I think that Errol could get it done. That's why Errol's been. That fight's gonna happen, I believe.
Well, yeah. It makes sense for it to happen. It's a lot of money in that fight. Asia Math is in the building. What's up, Asia?
Hey, salute. How you feel, Fred?
I'm great. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I had some anime questions but they were speaking boxing, so
you can start asking them anime questions.
Oh, okay, but I still want to get back to some boxing before.
Okay.
Nine-tailed fox versus Sasuke. Who wins?
Nine-tailed fox, Naruto versus Sasuke?
Yeah.
Well, they fought and it came to a draw, so I'm gonna have to go with a draw on that one. Neither one of them was seen to be more powerful than the other in the anime.
Okay, you watch Seven Deadly Sins?
Yeah, we have like a few more episodes to finish watching.
Yeah.
But we're at the end of the last season.
Okay, Meliodas versus Nine-tailed fox.
I got a Naruto on that. You know?
You got Meliodas got the full counter, man.
Exactly. Yeah, slice all them tails off of them.
Nah, I got Naruto on that.
Oh no, I go with Meliodas. But boxing, you got some throwback fighters you pretty much go back and watch.
I gotta be sharper at that type of stuff. Going back and watching stuff. Like, I started boxing in maybe 2012. So the oldest.
Was the year you graduated, what?
Huh?
That was the year you graduated, right?
Yeah. I graduated high school in 2012, and that's also when I started boxing too. Well, I guess you could say end of 2011 into 2012. So that's when I really started watching again too. But I do have to go back and look at some other stuff. We watched Mike Tyson's documentary, Christy Martin's documentary like last Saturday. So, I'm getting into that slowly but surely. And I watched some like older, like Lucia Riker fights.
Yeah, it was a throwback. Right?
Yeah, no, I know about. He means like I don't really do it on a consistent basis, and I should.
Who do you like that inspired you from throwback fighters? Those are throwback fighters, Riker.
Chevelle Hallback, I have to say. She was good. I didn't think of it at the top of my head because I don't be on that like that. But Chevelle Hallback, I liked her. She was like a beast at like what was that fight? I saw her in Melissa Hernandez fight. She was like really big, really strong. She fought just like a guy. I really like to, I guess that's a good throwback fighter. And Wolf. As a matter of fact, now that I think about it, I haven't watched as many male throwback fighters as I should. It's been mostly female throwback fighters. Because when I wanted to start boxing in 2011, 2012, I went to go look on YouTube to see what it was even about. So that's how I got into those old fights.
Okay. No, it wasn't. It was for either or. You never heard the coal miner's daughter, Christy Martin? I believe that was.
Yeah. Both of my professional fights were on her cards in South Carolina. So I met her. I know her personally now, and it's amazing.
Okay. Oh, the question is for your brother as well. He's a fighter. Any throwback fighters he aspired to?
Man, I mean, so I've always grew up around Zab. So Zab was like Kobe Bryant to me. I didn't even know who Kobe Bryant was. I knew Zab before that to be. I mean, no disrespect. Rest in peace, Kobe. But just the parallel between in fact, the impact he had on me. Like how other kids were looking at Kobe. Roy Jones was just mythical, just the greatest thing ever. Vander Holyfield was amazing as well. Sugar Ray Robinson, Pernell Whitaker. Yeah, those were the guys. Oh, Shane Mosley. Shane Mosley was a killer.
Incredible.
Now, if you had to do like a top 5 or top 10 list, them guys will be in your top 5, top 10. The ones you're naming now.
My top 5 list of, I'm gonna say, the most like incredible fighters that really impacted me is gonna be a little. I'm gonna go with no order. You know, Zab, Roy Jones Jr. Funny enough, well, he's recently still fighting, but I'm gonna go with Nonito Donaire. I love Donaire.
We talking all time. Y'all, hope you know that we talking all time.
Yeah, to me, yeah.
Okay. Right.
I'm gonna put Nonito there. I'm gonna put. I just like the way the one punch knockouts, the running through the weight classes, and the last one. Who will I say? Oh, see, I had to put Evander there, and also Floyd Mayweather. He just, he's like the Lil Wayne of like boxing, you know.
Oh yeah. Oh, no problem. Okay, for both of y'all dream bout. It could be 2 years down the line, 3 years down the line, or it could be this year.
You said our dream?
Your dream bout. Your dream matchup. The fight you aspire to. Pay-per-view. You the headliner. You the marquee person. You the marquee fighter. Yeah, your brother fighting on your undercard, or you fighting on your brother's undercard. Either or. Who y'all fighting?
I'll be fighting Katie Taylor.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I would pick I'll pick Canelo Alvarez. And because if I was to win there, I would be like the king of boxing.
All right. What round y'all KO on me?
I would want to like have a war and like stop him in the 12th round, like something really dramatic.
Take him to the deep waters.
Yeah, something really dramatic, like something really, really dramatic, like maybe I'll come back from behind to stop him. That's my dream fight. But yeah, I would take Charlo too, but I would hope I'd fight Charlo before then, and then.
Which one?
Both of them. It wouldn't matter. I mean, I would take the one at 54 for like for like a unification, because I would really want to. What I want to do is unify that weight class, and then go up to as big as I can get, even heavyweight. I would go up to heavyweight and fight like Deontay Wilder or something. I would do it. I'd do it. I'm telling you, I would do it. That's a career, though. That's an amazing career. Who would be better than me at that moment if I did those things?
Roy Jones.
I know. What if I beat Fort Charlo, beat Canelo, and then went up to heavyweight and beat a Wilder or somebody like that?
That would be historic. James.
Yeah, I would be like up there with Ali, right?
Oh yeah, you'll make a lot of people's top 5, top 10.
Yeah, I would have to say I'm number 1 at that moment. No one could tell me nothing.
Yeah, your bank account would say it as well.
Little sister, where would you rank him if he did all that? I say, what would you rank your brother if he achieved that?
Well, he's already ranked number 1 in my book, so anything else he does after this is just like icing on a cake. Oh,
okay. That's what's up.
Crazy.
So Nine-Tailed Fox would beat everyone in the anime. Even the Airbender.
He beat everybody except that little girl from Hunter x Hunter, Kilo's little sister. You know what I'm talking
about? Biscuit?
No. She had the.
Is that from MAGA?
No, they have a show, Hunter x Hunter. They got on Netflix, Hulu, all the stuff. But she had an ability where, damn, how'd that shit go? It was like she could destroy like the world and stuff. She was mad dangerous. Yeah, she had to ask you a question. I forget how it goes, but she's dangerous. If you go look her up, Kilo's little sister, she probably is the strongest.
I forget her name. I know you're talking about.
Okay.
Aluka, something like that.
Okay, and that's everyone in MCU and DC, correct?
Yeah.
Nah, not no Superman.
Oh, not Superman. Yeah, not Superman.
And they'll destroy Superman. Come on now, y'all give him too much credit.
I don't know. If they ain't coming through with no kryptonite bullets, I don't know.
I mean, there's nothing off limits. Who gonna say, "Oh, we're not gonna"? Come on now.
I mean, if that's how they come in, then I guess they got it. But if that's
Right,
not a part of that's not a part of the game, you know. I don't think a shadow clone jutsu is gonna get Superman.
Man, the living tribunal will get him. But let me get off the line. Good luck to y'all in y'all futures.
Thank you.
You know, you keep fighting, and I'll be looking out for y'all. All right, right on, Fred.
Appreciate you, Asia. Yeah, Kyle, are you good? Asia, let me get Kyle. Can you hear us?
Yeah, man. Listen, my camera is on some bullshit, man. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Okay.
But we can have, you know, piece of shit Fury is good enough. So how you doing tonight?
I'm good. We're good.
Good, boss. Good.
Man,
how you feel?
I'm mad the first fight got pushed back because I was gonna be able to go to that one, and then you ended up just fighting recently for a belt. What belt was that?
That was for the PPF Pro Boxing Federation belt for women.
Okay, for sure. Yeah, I think I had shared it, and then I told you like once you come to the barbershop, you know what I'm saying, we got to rock with you. That was that was me. I don't know if you probably don't remember, but yeah.
I remember vaguely that.
Yeah.
She remembers vaguely.
Yeah. If she can see my face, you know what I mean.
Yeah, if I can see, that's all it is. That's all it is.
Yeah, man. Fair good horsing around, man. So I had some testing. I don't know what happened to my camera, man. It was just working last night, man. I had shit tripping.
She and I don't really care. She's more interested in your questions.
Fred, shut the hell up, man. Your bullshit. So I don't know if somebody asked you this already, but how do you feel about Oscar Valdez, that fight, if you saw it or not?
I didn't see the fight, actually. I didn't see the fight, but I heard about all the controversy on it. I did see his face after the fight, and I saw his opponent's face, and you know, I saw that, and you know, that doesn't really always tell how the fight went, but it like he took a lot of damage though.
I saw it.
You seen it?
Yeah, it was. I think the other guy edged it out. From Brazil, but that was a hard fight for Oscar, regardless. I think if he was on performance enhancements, because the guy beat him in the amateurs already. He was a really good fighter, but I don't know how you get caught with that stuff and you fight. That's weird to me. I don't.
Right.
Even if it is by accident, let's say if he did take some tea or whatever it was, but I don't know how they allowed that.
Hand that tea over. I'm trying to lose a couple pounds myself. But you know what I mean? What kind of tea is that?
It's herbal. It was herbal. My Mike Tyson voice. It was.
They don't play.
Yeah. So you being from New York, give me your top 5 New York fighters all time.
New York, I'm gonna go with
Zab.
Yeah, Zab, undisputed. You know, last undisputed welterweight world champion.
Mike,
6-time world champion. Mike Tyson, Sugar Ray Robinson. A lot of people. He's from New York. Won the gloves at like 15 years old. Lied about his age. And did everything else. You know, won defeated 107 fights. Was another dope. I'm trying to think of another great New York fighter.
I mean, let's just throw Aida and Justin Biggs on there.
Yeah, just throw us on there. I'm trying to think of someone else that really, really made. I always like.
We could put Serrano on there.
Serrano, Serrano's doing her thing. I always like Louis Collazo a lot too.
Yeah, Louis too.
Always like Louis Collazo.
Riddick Bowe.
Oh yeah, I'm forgetting.
Buddy McGirt.
Buddy McGirt, Long Island. Yeah, I'll put Buddy McGirt would it be my top five though? Buddy McGirt is up there.
Mike Zab.
Yeah, Mike Zab.
We said Mike Zab.
Yeah, they got
Amanda.
I'm not.
Hector Camacho.
Camacho. Yeah, Camacho was a beast.
She's like an 8 division world champion.
Oh, then you got like Poison, Junior Jones. He knocked out Barrera. That has to count for something. You got freaking we had a bunch of great fighters. That's a good question, man.
Yeah, man. New York and Philly, man. That's
New York
fighting capital.
You know, I see Philly having a real resurgence right now, man. I think the Philly fighters, they're good fighters there, but for some reason in the professionals it doesn't translate. I don't know if it's too much punishment they take in the sparring, or if it's just too many, like the management there is like a lot of those managers put them in a lot of rough fights. But I see now that Philly fighters are kind of really being moved properly because they can fight. Even when I used to go fight up in Philly, them guys can really, really fight. So I would like to see a real, a champion come from there that lasts the test of time. Like Joe Frazier.
Joe Frazier.
Yeah, Joe Frazier. Like someone like Joe Frazier that really makes sense.
I mean, they have Bernard Hopkins.
Bernard is a Philly fighter, and they do.
I know he be cooning now and shit, but he was a great fighter back in his day.
They do have Danny Garcia, so they have a few, but as good as big of a hub that is for boxing, I'm just surprised those are the guys I really can mention. Like it's not a plethora of fighters that I can just think of.
Yeah, I think I don't know, man. I think a lot of times, man, the business of boxing, man, is always at its best, fucking folks over. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
boxing is boxing. So I would tell you guys, man, just to be careful, and just make sure that y'all keep getting your social media out of this world, because that's what they give a damn about these days.
Yeah.
All they care about is ass and seats. They don't give a damn about your kids. They don't care about your future. They don't care about nothing you got going on. So my advice, which it don't mean really that much, but it's gonna make a lot of sense to you, is to just make sure that your social media is heavy. Make sure your fan base is a cult-like following. So wherever you go, they'll go with you. If you follow Errol Spence and Deontay Wilder and Gervonta Davis, you need that type of fan base, because no matter what they do, they got a solid fan base. It's like Beyonce and Rihanna and Nicki Minaj. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They don't give out they give out niggas addresses, phone numbers. You know what I'm saying? Fuck up niggas ratings for their restaurants. So that's what that's the key. I think that I think you have what you're doing right now, coming to these different platforms. Man, it's special. It's a great thing to do. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep your foot on their necks. Whenever your next fight is, we'll try to get there. I mean, hopefully you don't get pushed back, and hopefully you get another knockout, and much success. All right, Fred, man, I'm gonna get with you later on, big dog.
Thank you, Kyle, for coming in.
Thank you, boss.
Dana Jones says, I owe you 19 cents. I bet my boy 5 stacks if Canelo gets by Plant and him, or David B, whichever of the two fights. David Morrell, they taking that L. You have an opinion on David Morrell?
I don't even know who that is.
Yeah. He's only had 3 fights, but they moving him really, really fast.
Wait, the kid, the Cuban kid?
Yeah, he's Cuban. Yeah, he fought at the Armory.
He fought Lenny. I think Lenny. The kid guy from New York, Aida.
Who?
The 168 pounder.
He fought a
168 guy. Definitely.
Remember, he fought the guy. Damn,
he fought a Spanish kid the last fight.
Yeah, but before that, he fought Benny's kid.
Lennox
Allen.
Oh, Lennox.
That kid. Yeah. I think Canelo gets by Plant fairly easy.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah.
I also think that.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I never really. This is why, right? Canelo has great defense, and I don't think that Plant is offensively impactful enough to penetrate that defense or hurt him, or he should be able to walk through that. He has pretty good movement. I think that Canelo is as good as a puncher or bigger puncher than Uzgatsky. I think the moment. I think he's never fought anybody. I never really. And then on top of that, even if Plant was to do well, I mean, it's just like Plant's not a guy. You know, he don't have the offense to really hurt him. I could be wrong. Anybody can win a fight.
Wow.
He'd have to be like Plant would have to be like really this whole time.
Just a monster killer,
a killer, and I like just a real offensive juggernaut, and I just didn't know. And he's just been holding this all to unleash it on Canelo Alvarez, and maybe Andre Ward can show him something like that. But I feel like he's gonna go in there, be Plant, be defensively a defensive wizard like how he is, but offensively just try to win off. You know, like there's certain guys that win off a jab, touch. Like they're like Ward was that type of fighter. Touch. It's like they kind of fight like it's a dance move. Touch, go inside, body shot, little incisions, like slight. They win by like slight margins.
Right.
And this fight, he's gonna have to really beat Canelo up. I've seen Ward do that when he fought a couple fights. Chad Dawson.
Oh yeah, he masterful job.
Chad was one of my favorite fighters too. Chad was pretty drained that fight. Not what's his name's fault, but that's who Plant would have to be, and I feel like I don't 80-20. I give that 90-20.
Wow, 80-20.
Yeah. I mean,
wow.
I concur.
Yeah. Now Jose Benavidez. I have him beating Canelo.
Yeah.
I have him. That kid is unstoppable.
He's a beast.
That kid is only gonna lose at light heavyweight.
Wow.
Maybe. No, nobody's beating him. He'll stop. He may. I wouldn't see. He may be able to even stop. I haven't beaten anybody from 168 down. Even that other kid they just mentioned. He's dangerous.
He's easy to like too. David Benavidez is a kid that's very easy to like. Whether you're rooting for him or against him, he just has a fighter's mindset. Line him up. I don't care.
He's a killer. He's a cold. He's a cold killer. He understands the game. See, there's good boxers and then there's knockout artists. Knockout artists are the next. A lot of times they can fight, they can box, but they're the next level. Like they understand how to place those punches in proper places, and he body head attack. He's the man.
Right. And October 9th, Wilder Fury 3.
Ah, man. You know what? If they were fought the previous time, I think that I had Wilder, weirdly enough. I said, you know what? People were laughing at what Wilder was saying, the poison, this and that. But I felt as if he truly... Wilder's a guy... There's some people that Wilder truly believed the excuses. So... when you believe it in your heart, it's a reason, and you can correct it. He's one of the type of guys that I feel like his mind is so strong. Like he literally came into boxing a year and won the bronze medal. Like he was in tournaments. Like I've heard, like even sometimes he'd get dropped and come back and win the whole tournament, top tournaments, learn to box during the whole process of it. So if he in his mind believes that this guy cheated, I had him beating Fury, and I felt like Fury didn't really want to fight him and didn't really want to be in there at that time because we need the COVID. Now, though,
you got a call, so we can't hear you. We can't hear you. The call took the volume away. Just close out and click the link again. That's all. It'll beam you right back in. That's interesting that he said Wilder believes it. Yeah, his mindset. Let me bring Champion Hart in. His mindset. I thought you were down there, champ. That's funny as hell.
What's going on, brother?
How you feel?
I'm good. I see you got the Spence hater back on.
Oh yeah.
I'm listening to a brother, you know, and like you said, his mindset, man. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm waiting for them to come back on, man, because you know, he's gaining me, then he loses me, then he gains me back. You know, he lost me with the oh, okay, we back.
We're back.
Yeah, what's up?
What's going on? How y'all doing?
Good, man. Good.
Good. It's good to see you back. So, what's that?
Who lost you at what?
I said it's good to see you. It's good to see you back. Even with all the Spence hate, I'm still gonna support you. And I was
only Spence love. It's only love. We only critique.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You got a strange way of showing love, but all right.
You know how toxic it can be.
Right. I was listening to your brother, and did he just say that Plant was gonna walk through Canelo?
No, Canelo's gonna walk the Plant.
No, okay. I thought I wanted to be sure because he was so on point. He was so on point with his analysis of that. And I say, how can he be so off with Bud and Porter, but be so on point with Plant and Canelo? I'm not understanding how he's analyzing Bud when he hasn't fought anybody. Porter has fought the better opposition. Although Porter lost to a lot of the top guys, they didn't stop him. Bud throws a lot of looping punches. Even his biggest name on his resume dropped him. And then some dude named Green Beans dropped him. So I'm just trying to understand, bro, how you analyzing, Bud, the love fest that you and your sister have for Bud. I'm trying to understand it.
The fight. Okay, Bud has, to me, the better resume because of this. Bud was never supposed to be a star. Bud he's like a guy with an NBA with a 10-day contract. Like, he got on with Timothy Bradley, and he went and beat Ricky Burns. Ricky Burns was a solid fighter, very hard fighter at 135. He defeated 10 Olympians. He unified a weight class. Now Olympians, listen. Olympians are the top. They're the top tier. Now because
they're just not popular.
No. They're the best fighter in their whole country. Matter of fact, they win in their country, right? And then they go and fight. They have to beat 3 other countries to qualify to go to the Olympics. Every country doesn't go to the Olympics, so he beat 10 of those guys, right?
Right.
And then after that, Bud unifies a weight class, and remember, he beat a lot of black fighters on the way, Europeans. And you got to remember, Top Rank doesn't. They mostly promote Spanish fighters, right? PBC promotes African American fighters every now and then, Spanish fighters. Those fighters over there at PBC aren't better than the fighters at Top Rank. I'm gonna use this for instance, right?
Okay.
Look, when I look at a guy, Jeff Horn was an Olympian, right? He defeated. He got a win over Manny Pacquiao, and in that fight, I give it to Manny, but he manhandled Manny. He busted him up, manhandled him, right?
Okay.
Manny then later on, 2 years later, beat Adrian Broner and Keith Thurman. Is that correct?
Right.
Terrence Crawford manhandled Jeff Horn, knocked him out in 6 rounds. So, to me,
well, styles make fights.
But Keith Thurman beat Sean Porter, right? So when I look at that, I have to put that guy Jeff Horn on that level of right around level of a Sean Porter because of that marquee win against Manny Pacquiao. You see how I think and how I deduct these fights. So that's, and I can go on and on about the guys. He Postol broke Matisse's face. Matisse was a killer. And Green Machine just gave Virgil a hard fight. He knocked Green Machine out. He's been knocking everyone out and destroying them. So so I expect him to go over to PBC and do the same thing over there. Like, who's going? I mean, I asked you guys, who's going to stop him? Manny can't, at this point of his age, can't stop him. Maybe in his prime. I don't think that Danny Garcia throws enough punches. I think that he would stop Danny Garcia. I think that he would stop Thurman. And if he stops Porter, which is going to be a hard task to do, you guys got to understand that he's going to, the rest of the weight class, he's going to run through it fairly easy. The only guy that can stop him, to me, is Errol Spence. That may be smart enough to do it, but it's not going to be with physical strength because of his wrestling background.
Oh man. Okay. Now, I did give him credit for Kell Brooks, even though Kell Brooks wasn't the same fighter that Errol Spence was.
But Kell Brooks wasn't the same fighter that
Golovkin, when he fought
beat
Golovkin
on him, and he came back. The Kell Brook against Terrence, to me,
that
was
the
better.
the worst fight. The worst Kell Brook that was ever there was when he fought Errol.
Because he fought him right after a GG. No, listen.
And going up and back down in weight like that.
He fought him after a GG knockout. Just like when Tarver got beat up. I'm sorry. Tarver lost to Bernard Hopkins. And Roy Jones got knocked out by Tarver, that drastic weight drop. Yeah. So I think that Kell Brook,
and then him breaking his eye socket the way he did. So he just came off of a really bad some damage.
He was either the same Kell Brook or better than the Kell Brook that Errol Spence. I would have to say, because of
I can't agree with that, man. I mean, he was actually touching Bud up before.
That's what I'm saying. He's saying. He looked good.
He looked better.
Even the way his body looked good, he looked like a refreshed fighter. So it's either he was the old Kell Brook before Triple G, or he was just as good as or he was he's average like how he used to be. But it's not. He wasn't as worse. As worse, it was with Errol.
And a one-punch knockout with a jab. He took a knee against Triple G, and he took a knee against Errol Spence. A one-punch knockout with a jab like that,
and he was beating Errol at first too.
How hard is that guy punch? He was beating Terrence.
He was beating him.
He was giving Terrence problems too.
No, but he was beating Errol, and then he was giving Terrence problems. So he was not like he was.
He finished him with a jab in the middle of the ring.
Is there a picture of Errol Spence when y'all go to the gun range?
Right. Right. Oh my God.
Listen,
you said Kell Brook was better against Crawford
than he was against Errol. Come on, man.
He was. Think about it.
Oh my God.
Who gets me at my best right now, right? If I step outside right now and someone beats the shit out of me, right? And then I go and fight a week from now, right? And that person ends up taking me out too, right? Stopping me. If you see me 2 years from now after training and doing all stuff, you guys watch movies like this all the time. Batman gets his back broken, and he goes into camp, and then he comes back out a better fighter. After he took up, you know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. So, which is the worst fighter? I got my ass.
Oh man! All right. Well, look. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead. What are you about to say?
Listen, Errol is the man. I'm not saying.
No, he ain't. No, he ain't.
Errol's a beast. I'm not by any means saying that Terrence gonna walk through Errol, or I'm 100% sure that he will beat Errol Spence. This is the highest level. It depends on what day they come in there. Only guy I'm sure about is myself. It just depends on the day they come in there, and what game plan they have. Because if Terrence comes in there with the wrong game plan, Errol can get him, and vice versa. I'm just saying, you got to ask yourself: is Errol Spence going to be able to get him on the ropes? Is he going to be able to go to the body in the middle of the ring? I don't really see that. Who's better at mid range? Terrence is better at mid range. The only way you beat a Terrence Crawford is to catch him pulling out, to me, with a one-punch knockout shot and put him to sleep. I don't really. Errol is not, to me, what I've seen so far, a devastating counterpuncher from mid-range.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's to me, it's about distance and angles, and I don't see him being able to land that type of punch from that type of angle. And Terrence has a really, really good chin. When you hurt him, like Evander, he knocks you out. But Errol is nice.
All right.
You know what you should do? Wait, one second. You know what you should do? If you call out Jamel Charlo, I'll clip this and play "Hit 'Em Up" in the background.
Okay.
You claim West Side when we ride roll quick with gang. You claim to be a bad boy. Might as well.
Yeah.
Yo, man, I'm working my way up, man. I would love to fight Jamel Charlo. I love the attitude they have. I love the killer instinct. I would definitely want to fight somebody that's gonna talk and we just talk that stuff that he talks, and with that aggression, I think it'll just bring out definitely the killer in me. I would love that, man. That's what we're working for. And whoever has all the belts and the belts, I definitely want to unify that division before moving up. You know, so I would love that, man. Like, he's the guy right now. I have a lot of respect, and I believe he belongs in the pound for pound list too. Y'all put Jamel, y'all put a black man in the pound for pound list, man.
Who won that fight?
Him and Castano.
Yeah,
I give it to him. I think that he you know, when I see things like that, when someone asked me that question, immediately I said, I don't know, I think Castano, right? But then I was like, nah, I thought it was a draw. But now looking back on it, I'm not mad at it. So I'm like, you know what, maybe he didn't do enough to take all those belts. He didn't do enough to become unified champion. I don't feel like Castano did enough to unify the division.
He's a champion.
Right.
He didn't do enough to unify.
Right. I can agree with you on that.
Yeah, it's this unification thing now. He didn't do enough to unify for me to say Castano's a unified champion at 154, and I don't think Jamel did enough for that.
Right. Either. Right. Yeah, I can agree with you on that. You know, I like the fact of the legends that you paid homage to, like Sugar Ray Robinson. You know, and those type of fighters. I didn't know that. You said that Holyfield signed you.
Yeah, he gave me my stuff and gloves.
Yeah, that was very heartbreaking, man, to see, because Holyfield's one of my favorite fighters, and that was very heartbreaking to see him. You know, like, and I agree with what you and your sister were saying. That, you know, I'm just afraid, man, that our legends, you know, are doing this. They're gonna end up hurt really bad, or possibly, you know, end up getting killed. Because I was saying this to Fred the other day, that, you know, getting hit in the head at 58 as opposed to getting hit in the head at 25 is totally different.
Yeah.
I didn't even like the package. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. You know, and see, like you said you sparred with Ugas. So let me ask you this real quick before I get up out of here. So do you think that fight's going to go the same way? Because I feel that, you know, although Pacquiao's mind is telling him he can beat Ugas, his body is letting him know that it's over. You agree with that, or you think that Pacquiao will win that?
Pacquiao, I believe he should retire. I didn't like Pacquiao fighting Broner. I didn't like Pacquiao fighting Keith Thurman. Just because of the age difference, and I just felt like when you get to a certain age, one day you look good, the next day you may not, and it's been happening for him in a while. Like, one day with Jeff, he don't look like himself, and when someone is physical with Pacquiao, that's why I had Errol Spence. I love Pacquiao. I had Errol Spence winning that fight by stoppage, and I thought he was going to get really, really hurt. When I found out that Errol Spence didn't fight, they were not fighting, I was very, very happy that he was not going to be able to get Errol Spence off of him. He was going to come at him, and even if he hurt him in the beginning, like he hurt Keith Thurman in the beginning. Eventually, Keith Thurman started coming back, and Pacquiao's defense is like this at this point, and he's hitting him on the side of the head. I just didn't like it. And Evander, I foresaw that happening. That guy is too young now. If we have a Legends League where it's age, because they're still forming this league with Mike Tyson and these guys. Mike wants it to be a Legends League. If we had Evander fighting guys his age, that is acceptable, you know, because they don't have the reflexes to hurt Evander. But that was just it was messed up, man. It was bullshit. I didn't like that.
Yeah, I didn't like that either, man. Most definitely, I did not like that. You know, like I said, I hope these guys doing this, man, don't wind up, you know, hurt really bad. You know, yeah, I don't like that. But I definitely, you know, appreciate y'all coming to see us, and I'm glad you're back to see us again, sister. You know, I'm gonna support you regardless of the hate for Spence. You know, just listening to you. You know, I used to watch anime a long time ago, man. I haven't, you know, I do know some of the characters that you all are talking about, but man, it brought back memories because I used to watch anime a long time ago. You know, I kind of got away from it. Yeah, I got away from it.
Got to get back on it.
Yeah, I got to get back on it. You know, especially, you know, I got my daughters. You know, I was listening to what you were saying about, you know, women boxing. I trained both of my girls, and we were actually, one of my bucket lists was to train in New York in Central Park, and we were there for Father's Day, and I had my pads and everything, and I had both my daughters with me, and you know, they were kicking the shield, you know, punching the focus mitts, you know, because I have a martial arts background as well as boxing. So, you know, it was cool to be able to take them to Central Park and do that with, you know, with the girls. They enjoyed it. It was real good. So, you know, yeah. So that's what's up. That's what's up. You know, again,
we love Spence over here. We love
Spence. All right. All right.
Yeah,
all right.
it shows. No, it shows.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna start putting that on us.
All right. All right, I'm out, man. Much love, man. Salute to everybody in the chat. I can't jump in the chat because I'm driving, but salute to everybody in the chat. All right, I'm out, man.
Thank you. We'll go one more beam in and
all right, later.
And get them out of here. I know it's late over there. Birdman, Champion Heart was rolling. I know he wanted some as alone time as he could. You know, he's the resident gentleman in the barbershop. You know, I mean, he opens up the door and lays out the red carpet for all our guests. So Kyle is coming back. Kyle is beaming in. He fixed his camera and he wants you to basically remember who he was.
No. I heard the Earl.
Oh, that was a good one. That was movie like. That was movie like. I remember you. That was amazing. That was.
I remember.
She remember because of Earl Spence. We was going. We had a long argument last time. Now listen, I was gonna let it slide. I was gonna let everything ride, but I can't. We can't have this Earl Spence slander, man. You know what I mean? I can't allow her to disrespect Earl Spence like this, man. This is ridiculous.
All right, what
you know? I gave out some great. I gave out some great words of encouragement, and then I hear this.
I guess Terrence Crawford has your Wi-Fi.
No. Somebody's calling. Listen, Terrence Crawford is a great fighter.
Absolutely.
He is, man. But we talking about Earl Spence. Now, Kell Brook was not the same fighter that fought Earl Spence. I mean, come on, guys. We can't. Y'all can't really believe that he was the same fighter.
How did that fight?
Wait, what?
How did that fight end, sir? I want to ask you. How did that fight end when he fought Errol Spence?
Knockout.
Errol Spence
quit. He quit.
Errol Spence. He quit. Errol Spence beat him down.
I mean, he didn't make him quit. I mean, the eye injury and the body work.
Accumulation of punches.
Yeah,
the other eye had a plate in it. You know, but
he
the
still
fight
had the plate though.
Yeah, so it's suspected damage from the previous fight, kind of a beat down. Errol looked amazing. Looked like also maybe Kell Brooks lost steam, and that's one thing Errol does. Errol is a machine. He breaks you down. He's one of the strongest fighters I've ever seen at that weight class, 147. And his manipulation of how he puts your body where he wants it. He pins you to a ropes and leaves you there. And then I look at how Terrence knocked him out. It was with like a jab he hurt him with. and he couldn't recover, and he finished him on his feet, but he was just not there. So I look at that and I go, both impressive wins, but Terrence did it a little faster, and it's kind of like everybody forgot about the Triple G stuff with Kell Brook.
Everybody did forget.
Yeah, that's what
it was a different eye though.
When I look at that,
it wasn't the same eye though.
Who's the same?
It was still damaged though.
Yeah, he was already a broken kind of fighter to me. It's hard to come off a loss and then come off a loss for you.
So if he was a different fighter when he fought Errol Spence and Triple G, how could he be the same fighter when he fought Terrence Crawford if he got both his eyes broke?
Well, it's the same thing like in boxing when you fight and say you get knocked out. You have a tune. That's the importance of tune-up fights and stuff like that. So you can get back to yourself. There's a big confidence thing that leaves you after you get stopped and knocked out and beat up. Like you have to rebuild yourself, rebrand yourself, rebuild yourself, and build yourself back up to who you were before. So he had much more time for that after the Arrow fight than he did after the Triple G fight.
But
what you got to say to that?
I understand his argument though. I get it. It's very I understand his argument.
I got a lot. So this is the thing, right? Kell Brook was older. He's been through he been through 2 wars. Then he went all the way up. He was fighting at 54. Then he came back down to fight Terrence Crawford. He had a 2-year layoff. He was a little rusty. And I gotta say this. All right, Floyd Mayweather, didn't he beat Miguel Cotto, right?
Floyd beat Miguel Cotto, yeah.
He did, right? He beat Oscar De La Hoya, right?
Fashion.
He beat Oscar De La Hoya? Okay. 2 of those fighters fought Pacquiao. Oh, Ricky Hatton. We can talk about Ricky Hatton too. If we want to talk about how people got him out there early. And what happened when Pacquiao fought Floyd Mayweather?
Not much.
Floyd outboxed him.
So it's not about who beat who faster. It's about when they get in the ring, who's the better fighter. Now, me and Terrence Crawford, best friend, that's my homie. It's my dog, Steven Nelson. Me and him argue about this all the time. You know what I mean? That's how I met him. We met arguing about Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence. So, the thing is, man, Errol Spence, he's fresh out of a car accident. He beats one of the best fighters at 147.
That was amazing.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm glad I prayed for him. I'm glad he recovered from that.
But I wish y'all much success. I seen you yawning earlier, so I'm gonna let you get on out of here.
Sorry, it's like it's past like 1 o'clock over here.
No, it's 1 a.m. out there, so I get it. Fred, am I staying on with you, Fred, or what? Or am I out?
Sure, why not? Any last words? Make sure you guys go subscribe. Justin, what's your Instagram?
Big Time Biggs, BIGTIME BIGGS. You guys definitely, subscribe, follow me.
You got any fights on the way?
Yeah. I should be. I'm recovering right now. I had a shoulder surgery, so I should be. I'm seeing how I feel. I sparred today. It felt good. I'm trying to fight on the 20th with my sister. So.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
The 20th for what?
November like Bud.
Yeah. November 20th, like Bud. The same day. Trying to go ahead.
I gotta make a choice. I gotta make a choice, man, because I was gonna go to that fight, but since y'all fighting on that day, I guess I'm gonna have to go to y'all fight because I know y'all.
That's love, man.
I know y'all more. I kicked it with him for a whole weekend, and me and him had a conversation about the Velasquez fight and stuff like that. I've had a conversation with him about the fights and stuff like that, but he ain't been to the barbershop, so I gotta rock the car. So
did Bud talk back?
No, he a cool nigga.
He's
Fred, cut the shit, man. He a cool ass dude though.
Yeah.
I met. You know what's so crazy? I met Errol. Errol's the nicest,
sweetheart,
the nicest guy you ever meet.
Oh,
bro.
now he's a sweetheart. He He gonna
He
lose and he's a
is.
sweetheart. Man, if a girl give me a comment, he's a sweetheart. Man,
He
he's
was
like
so nice to me when we met.
Yeah, he's a nice.
he was the guy that got the 10-day contract, right?
Huh?
He was the guy that got the 10-day contract, right?
He's a nice guy.
He's a nice guy. He's cute. He's cute. Might as well pat him on the head, you know.
No, like in a manly, ferocious type of way, you know.
Yeah, that was a good comeback. Yeah, ferocious. Yeah, now he is.
He's a cool dude, man. Like
most people are cool in boxing one-on-one. You know, when they get in groups, you know, they get that group mindset. I'm richer than you. I can beat you up. You know,
it's you know what it is. It's the opinion. It's like when they feel like you have an opinion about them. It's never good enough in boxing. Unfortunately, you know, we judge so much, and then a guy is not here anymore, and then we miss him. You know, we're like, man, and you know, and one good thing that PBC does, man, is that they elevate fighters at a very fast pace, like, and kind of Top Rank is kind of like mandatory after mandatory after mandatory. Like they really like when they don't really see you like that, unless you're that guy. They have certain guys they protect. Like they're not letting anybody mess with their cash cows. But if you're not one of their cash cows, I like even Oscar Valdez. That was a hard fight to fight after the Burchell fight, man.
Absolutely.
Like what the like? I'm like, what was the point of that?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I feel like PBC they kind of get around stuff a little. They maneuver it a little better. It's like a soft fight, real fight. You know, fight, real fight, and you're a champion. I'm like, how are they getting around these mandatories? But it's kind of good for the sport, though.
Well, if you're fighting the best, yeah.
I mean, but you can't fight the best back to back. Like Canelo, you know, Canelo's kind of was abusing it a little bit to me, like with the UK guy.
Yeah, he was killing it. You know, I'll leave y'all with this just to confirm what you were saying about Earl Spence is a good kid. I'm gonna confirm that with a quick story, which I tell most people if they ask about Earl Spence. So last December, wow, we coming up on a year. Bless him, bless Jaquan. He lost both his kids, you know, and Earl Spence flew him out for the fight and gave him tickets he has one remaining daughter, and they went to the fight, and he picked up the tab. So and it started here. You know, I reached out. He beamed in. I called Earl the first thing in the morning. Jordan, he's in the chat somewhere, and we made it happen. So that speaks to what you're saying about in a manly kind of way, you know. He's an extraordinary individual, you know, and he's matured over the past 18 months too. I can literally see it, you know. You know,
you can always tell, like even when he came out of the amateurs off the Olympics and started the professionals interviews, he seemed like a very genuine type of person, like a kind-hearted, mature guy. You know,
all time great. I can't say, Bud. I would not bet my house on him or Bud beating each other. That's a 50-50 fight.
Right.
You know, but it's just they have to watch out. If it's on the ropes, if Bud gets on the ropes, I go with Bud. If Terrence to keep in the middle of the ring, I would go with Terrence Crawford. Okay. And that's just how I see it. Right. You know?
I got you.
I think people underestimate Terrence. That's why I think people just don't think he's as good as he is. But you guys will see on November 20th.
Right. November 20th. And
so
November
Terrence Crawford is putting Porter to sleep.
Wow.
That's what I thought too.
I like Porter too. And Porter's a hard guy, but if he is what I believe he is, that may happen. I would hate to see that happen. Porter's a really good guy, man. Like
Porter's going to bed. Porter's going to bed.
Porter's a little short. You know, I question his accuracy. I question will he spend enough time working on like the fundamentals of boxing. You know, he really gonna need the fundamentals of boxing. You know, because Bud is a hell of a fighter, man. I need confirmation of that, but he's done well in opponents that he's chosen. And November 21st is gonna be. I know you guys have a fight November 20. You guys should come back in November. This is gonna be the hottest show on the 21st because Bud and Sean Porter hates my guts. Oh, they hate my guts. But it's mutual. But it's mutual. It's mutual. It's mutual. They hate me. I hate them. Not hate. Hate is a strong word. I would save them if they were in a burning fire. Like I would go in and save them.
No, they hate your ass, bro.
Yeah, they hate me. Yeah, they for sure hate me. But I enjoy it though. I enjoy it. Like I push their buttons. You know, I really push their buttons. So everyone will be in here. Oh, it's gonna be. Oh my god.
Everybody.
Sign us up.
We here.
Yeah.
21st.
And we can talk about your fight. And we can talk about your fight too. We can lead with your fight, you know, and we'll go in the bud and y'all too, you know, tag teaming on your card, and that'll be amazing.
Yeah.
I got.
Do you have a flyer already?
Do you have a flyer already? Do you have a flyer already?
Do you have your flyer already?
Not yet.
Send it to me. Well, I'll see it on your Instagram and I'll repost it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll repost it on my YouTube. It's a big audience. Yeah.
Y'all know what city it's gonna be in?
Yeah, Myrtle Beach.
That's it. That's right down the street from.
Is there no taxes and down there? Because I see a lot of cards going down there. Is it taxes cheaper in South Carolina? Taxes. Because I see a lot of smaller promotions going down.
The coal miner's daughter. What's her name? The white. Yeah. She throw all her shit down there.
Oh, Christy Martin. Okay, got it.
We co so you know we have a promotional company too. So we co-promote with Christy for our last event, and we're doing the same thing with her for this one, and we'll be streaming it. So you guys can check it out.
Yeah, I'm there. I'm there.
Yeah.
Man, that's right down the street from the crib. So that give me an opportunity to go see my moms and shit, and go see y'all get down. So
nice. Bring your mom too.
That's dope. Hey, do you need a mascot?
Who would be the mascot?
I'm just asking a question. Do you need a mascot? I'm being dead ass serious. I'm being dead ass serious.
I'm in the Hall of Fame in Charlotte, North Carolina for mascots. I'm the greatest mascot to ever walk in Charlotte.
Yeah, for real.
Well, walk me out then.
Oh, walk you out.
Do it.
Mascot. What type of animal like are you? Or I don't know how that goes.
So in high school, I was a cougar, but whatever animal you got, I got you. Don't even.
And you got to go to the press conference, so you got to build her up, and we got to make her go viral. You know, because she talk a lot of shit. She talk a lot. I saw her rub her nose. I'm be the
only fighter with a mascot. That's crazy.
But why not? Why not? Jake Paul got it, but you'll be the only one on the card. That'll be dope. It'll be different, you know. People gonna pick up on it, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'll be dope.
We can. I'll Google one of them anime dudes. That you like.
Okay.
Oh, that'll be dope. That'll be fly. Because who went viral? Somebody went viral. Oh, you know who went a little bit viral? Brandon Adams. He was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. It was a few memes floating around Instagram.
No, he was. It wasn't the Ninja Turtles, bro. That was Bowser from Mario Kart.
Oh
wow! Yeah.
Showed you how much I know. Yeah. So, but yeah, it was. Yeah. So that'll be dope. Thank you for coming in, and I'm sure he'll be in your DM like he was before, and hopefully you remember him next time. Hey, Kyle gonna say, you know me, the mascot.
I definitely remember him. And thank y'all for having us.
Thank you to the Biggs family.
Thank y'all for coming, man. Most definitely.
Thank you so much. Thank you, man. Appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Earl, we love y'all. We love you.
I know. He gets to eat Thanksgiving dinner on Friday. I know. You get the dried up turkey, Earl. It's either gonna be Earl or the dog. You get the turkey soup. The turkey salad. You know what I mean?
All right, Texas. You keep talking all this. I'm gonna just fan the fly with you and Bud and Spence. Yeah. That's what
hey, I don't mind. It's mutual. Like everyone in boxing knows we hate each other. Like you just been introduced to this, but it's a pretty amazing story. So like Bud told me at the MGM. He was like, I don't fuck with you. I said, I don't fuck with you neither.
I was like that. Okay.
Yeah. It was, but it's on boxing. It's not like we want to fight each other. No, it's not.
You know what's funny though? Errol got the media on smash because even like the other shows the other commentators and blogs I talk to, they all, as soon as I say something good about Terrence, they're like, "Oh, you hate Errol." I'm like, "Nah, I'm just saying that."
That's a fact.
They act like he that number 1 or 2 on the pound for pound list. That's what they say. ESPN says it too. So, it's just funny, but the fan love that Errol gets, man, like, and just being himself, is incredible. Reminds me of like Sugar Ray Leonard. He's just not owning.
That's what we need y'all to get. That's what we need y'all. That's how we need y'all to be, man. We want y'all to have a cult like following, man. Most definitely.
Yeah.
I'll tell you another story about Earl. This is the truest shit ever. We were closing the show. It was like 11:45, 12:15. It was somewhere in there. And so that's 2:00 Texas time. And I was closing the show, and I'm like, "Oh man, I appreciate you." And we were talking about Earl and how he's a good person or whatever. And the phone rings, and I'm like, "Hello?" I said, "What's up, Texas?" And I'm like, and I just keep on talking because by then I've answered 20 phone calls by then. So I'm just an auto dial, and I'm exhausted a little bit.
No,
and
he was highly disrespectful. He was like, "Man, whatever, man. Hold on, man, real quick. Let me finish what I'm talking about." And then he was like a regular dude.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, whatever. And he was like, "Fred, you don't know who this is?" And I'm like, "Who is it?" He said, "It's Earl, man." And we ended up staying on the phone till about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning his time. But that's the coolness of him, you know what I mean? Like these fighters still at home. Like I don't ever have to worry about Deontay Wilder or Earl Spence or Gary Russell. They gonna call me once a year and sit down with me for an hour. I don't really have to reach out to them. So I appreciate that because I'm a little extreme sometimes, so I have extreme and if I see a weakness, I will do my best to exploit it, so it is what it is. But thank you for coming in. We done kept you overtime. Hopefully the Nets get to the finals this year. We're looking forward to it here in LA. Hopefully we get to it, and I look forward to taking my son to Brooklyn. If they make the finals, I'm really, really gonna use my favors with my NBA friends to take my son to an NBA finals. So yeah. Thank you for coming in. Thank you. And Kyle will see you, and we're gonna make it a whole fight week. That'll be fun.
Oh, okay, guys. It was really nice for you having us. We appreciate it. We'll always be back. Definitely, we're gonna do more than once a year with y'all.
Yeah.
Okay, why not? I mean, and y'all pick Fury too. So October 10th, feel free to DM me if you're available.
I pray Deontay wins. I do. I pray he wins. It's really the weight difference. Just the size of that guy. He's 50 pounds bigger.
Wilder's 240 now.
240. I feel like he's gonna lay on Deontay's body, and that may be the issue. But guess what? Deontay has a puncher's chance. I do believe something was wrong with Deontay. I do believe he was sick. I think he had COVID.
Yeah. It's funny because he was in Italy when COVID started, and I asked him, but he don't know. But he was in the hospital for 2 days on Christmas, so he was actually in the hospital. So Deontay never said it, and I said, and people like Deontay Wilder said he had COVID. I'm like, it's my guesstimation, but because
same thing.
Yeah, because those fights were 88 days apart, so and that's a real tough turnaround when you go to Italy for 5 days or 4 days and you get on the plane and the weather changed, the people change, the food changed, and you're basically not training, so that's but anyways, Wilder is gonna be amazing that night. I think Wilder's gonna out nigga him. You understand what I'm saying? No, because I remember in high school, I tell this story a lot. I was pressing one game, right? And I was an elite high school basketball player. And I was just pressing. I was probably had a couple turnovers. I don't know, whatever the hell was going on. And my coach just kindly took me out for a second. He said, "Fred, just be black." And I understood what he meant. Like our God-given gifts, just flow with the game. It'll come to you once you get lathered up, and it's gonna come to you, and it actually works. So I think Deontay Wilder will out nigga him that fight. And I say that in an athletic terms. And but I'm totally looking forward to that fight. October 10th is gonna be lit in the shop. Deontay's on call in for sure on the 10th, for sure.
Nice.
We gonna rock out. We gonna rock out on the 10th. Oh, we gonna rock out on the 10th.
I pray he does win, man. I think he could do it. He could do it. He could beat him. I pray he does, man.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much. All right,
y'all. Good night.
Thank you. Thanks to the big family. Thank you.
All right, y'all. Take it easy.
All right. Appreciate you. No, I was more than decent. No, I was really that nigga, man. I was really good. And in my opinion, the fight was not the same due to Earl's injured eye. Now, the fight. Oh, you think about Bud and Spence? Well, it got to happen. It got to happen.
Fred.
Yeah. Well, I got to wait for you. I can keep talking. And yeah, we got 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Dougie Fresh, your own. Cut on. What's up, DJ?
What's going on, man? Oh, damn, I missed her. I was going to ask her a question I forgot to ask her earlier about, I don't know if y'all covered it or not. I've been dipping in and out. About the 2 minute rounds for women. Does she think they should go to 3? Did y'all ask her?
That would have been a good question. She'll be back.
Damn, I meant to ask her that earlier, man.
Mm-hmm. Kyle gonna be a master. Kyle gonna be her master.
You was talking all that MMA bullshit, you know.
Anime,
whatever the hell it was. Cartoon.
Hey man, anime lit, bro. Don't knock it till you try it, man.
I ain't trying that shit. Only anime I'm watching is Black Dynamite and the Boondocks. That's all I got for you.
All right, man. That shit in anime get real, bro. Need to get on it, bro. So you ain't never watched Dragon Ball Z, none of that as a kid.
I was watching different.
No, I forgot your ass was out here trying to be the fucking mascot and shit.
Hey, listen, man. It's a gift. You know what I mean? Listen, I didn't choose this.
Okay.
Man. It chose me. Listen, I didn't bring up no mascot shit. Fred brought it up, man. You know what I'm saying? I didn't choose this life. This life chose me, man. You know? Hey, and shit, check this out. Check this out, Fred.
Yes.
I talked to my old high school basketball coach, man.
He's gonna come on your
Play the song, Fred.
Hey, listen, Father, fuck you. Hey, listen.
Father, fuck you.
Hey, listen, man. I'm telling you, man. Y'all niggas think it's a game, man. I'm telling you, man. It was real life. Now, listen. If this really happens, if I really do this mascot shit for it, bro, I'm going down as a legend, bro.
Oh, you are. Oh, yeah, and that would be great branding for her too. And that would be dope. That would be dope. And yeah, that would be dope. And maybe we can get some sponsorship on it. You know what I mean? Promote that, get some sponsorship on it, and that can be her for the next couple of fights. You know, she's gonna be fighting, you know, a couple of times a year. You know, that'll really, really be exciting. And it adds a wrinkle. Try it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If it works, boom. You know, I think every fighter should have a mascot. For real. Or a soundboard. PBC should have a mascot, you know. Top Rank should have a mascot, you know. Like it's the real deal. Like actually PBC should have a spokesperson. All that talent over there, all that genius. I think Al Heyman's a genius. I think he should have hired someone to be the spokesperson. You know, that would have been cool. Bob Arum does it, but he's gonna have to hand it off to somebody. I don't know who's cool enough to do what Bob does, but you know, we'll see. Boxing's gonna be.
That's why. Despite how you feel about him, I know Reggie hates him, and I know my good brother DB hates him. Despite how you feel about him, that's why Dana White got this shit figured out. Mm-hmm. Like, like he talk as much shit as the fighters do.
Yeah.
Like if you have a poor fight, he'll come out and say, he'll apologize to the fans. I'm sorry y'all had to pay for it and watch that. That was fucking terrible. Like that's where he's got it figured out because he's actually a fan running a public company. Now they're a public company. So it's gonna be interesting to see in these next 3. Yeah, they went public like what was it 2-3 months ago? They went public.
Thank you for telling me.
Yeah, man. So now it's gonna be interesting to see if he can behave the same way that he used to behave. Now that he has shareholders to answer to.
Hey,
you know he has a board of directors he has to answer to now. Yeah. So I want to see where the UFC goes in the next, say, 5 years or so. Will we continue to get the best fights that we've been accustomed to getting throughout their promotion? Or will they start going for, what makes money? What sells tickets? Who's selling merch? They've lost 4 fights in a row. Who cares? Put them on the main event. They sell tickets. So
yeah, I hope they don't do that shit.
Or we just might get a bunch of. Huh?
How far is South Carolina from Alabama?
From where I'm at, 5-6 hours.
Oh, that's close. I'm the worst.
Yeah, from here to like Charleston and Columbia is like 6 hours, like 6.5 hours.
Myrtle Beach.
Like that.
Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, Myrtle Beach. Yeah, Myrtle Beach. All that. That's about 5.5 hours, something like that. Yeah. Just hit 20. Just hit 20, then 95 north. That's it.
Yeah, the 20 definitely gets you that. That's from Alabama to Atlanta. The 20, right?
Yeah.
I remember.
Oh yeah, 20 will take you all the way to Texas.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I remember when I went. I remember when I went to Wilder's camp, and this shows you how corny I am. I had my phone, and I wanted to see the time change because you pass the timeline on the 20, and I'm looking at my phone waiting for it to change, and it changed.
Where did you go? I'm about to say from Texas.
I was going from Alabama to Atlanta because I had to fly to Atlanta. Yeah.
Yeah, probably about 5 miles from the border. That's about when it changes.
Yeah. I saw the sign and I was waiting on my time to change. It was pretty cool. I've never done it. I've never driven. That's my first time driving.
Yeah, that's crazy.
To a time zone. My first time ever.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Hey, DJ, you gonna have to figure it out, man. You got to get on a plane or something, man. Stop being scared of planes.
I'm not fucking flying, Kyle.
Your big ass
for
gonna
what?
fly me.
For what, man? That's what they make trains for. You ever been on a train, Kyle? Like you ever been on an Amtrak train? Man, that shit is fucking relaxing, man. They got whole beds in there, bro.
Wow.
Like, come on, man. When I took my trip to Vegas, man, when I took my trip to Vegas, it was like 17, 18 hours on the train, right? Because the train track is the train track. So, you gotta go, you might have to go through St. Louis and come back down and go through Denver and all that shit. But, man, I was asleep most of that shit, man. They got whole rooms in there. Man, the train is so comfortable, man. Man, fuck that.
See, hey,
I'm hopping on no plane, dog.
Hey, listen. Now,
even when I wanted to go to the Caribbean, dog, they got boats, man. What?
Now I see why you ain't going to Vegas. Now I see why. At first I thought it was because you wanted to save some money, you ain't want to spend the money. Nah, nigga, you scary, nigga. Your big ass is scary as hell, man. Get your big ass on the plane, man. This shit's ridiculous.
I tell you what. When it gets cold, I want you to come down here and go hunting with me. And right as the sun starts coming up, and you start hearing them fucking coyotes howling, that's scary. And they ain't but like 3 miles off. That's scary. Hopping on no plane ain't scary. I'm just not gonna do it.
Listen, if I take my raggedy city ass to the country ass woods with your goofy ass, you getting your big ass on a plane, man.
Kyle, you wouldn't last 3 days. You wouldn't last 3 days.
I don't give a damn about lasting. I said, nigga, if I go, nigga, I ain't say lasting about this bitch.
You wouldn't last 3 days.
Go
step on a plane. What was that? Birdman know what I'm talking about if he's still in the chat. All these Georgia boys in here know what I'm talking about. All these Texas boys know what I'm talking about.
I don't even like the outside, my boy. But for you to get your ass on a plane, I don't like that.
I tell you what. You come go hunting with me, and I'll hop on a plane with you. How about that?
F it, fuck it, let's do it, and then we can film it for the show.
I'm not filming nothing, man. I'm trying to hit something. I'm trying to put some meat in the freezer.
Listen, man, I don't even shoot guns like that, man. I watch your ass shoot niggas. You know what I mean? That ain't my thing, brother. That ain't my thing. You know, that's the problem with y'all niggas, man. You know what I mean? Y'all always want to shoot some shit.
Man, you gonna come, man, Kyle? I'm telling you, don't come out here making noise and chase that buck off. I'm gonna be pissed off.
Man, you ain't making no noise, man. You ain't shooting no bucks, man. You ain't cutting they backs out.
No, I ain't hit shit last year, man. That shit pissed me off.
Look at you.
The guy went with, he hit one, but then we couldn't find it. We couldn't track it and find it. And it was starting to get dark. And so I live where I live is like it's like the base of a mountain range, right? So you got coyotes, you got cougars and shit. So yeah, I mean, so we had to just go and call it a day and just recognize that you know the coyotes gonna have that one.
Shit. Now listen, man. November 20th, they're gonna be fighting in South Carolina. So that should be something we do.
November 20th?
Yeah, she gotta have some boxing. She gotta have some boxing section. She gotta have some barbershop folks there, man. You know what I mean? She stayed up until fucking 1 o'clock in the morning. Damn near 2 o'clock in the morning, fucking with us. So man, we gotta show her some love, man.
And Fred, you right about them big brother senses, because I got 3 younger sisters, and like, you know, you shit get to tingling. It's like, you know, I go to my sister's house and it's just like, who is this dude? Or she'll bring him to the barbecue. I'm like, man, who this nigga? Oh, that's just D'Angelo. Who the fuck is D'Angelo? And I say it loud enough to where he can hear me. Like, all right, man, you done came over here sitting in the corner. No, come introduce yourself. Me and all my cousins there. And I'm the smallest one, Kyle, to be, like, I'm the smallest one. Like, all my cousins are bigger.
You a big motherfucker, too.
Yeah, bro. I got a cousin that's 6'4", 260, turned down a scholarship to play linebacker at Mississippi State to go in the Navy.
The fuck?
Yeah, he wanted to see the world. Don't even. Motherfucker got locked up in every country he went to. He went down to Venezuela and got in trouble. Went to goddamn Scotland and got in trouble. He was on a submarine. Went to what's that country, Gibraltar, and got in trouble. So, you know, that is what it is. No, he actually stayed in that. He actually stayed in there 15 years, man. But early on in his career, he kept getting in trouble.
Man.
But yeah, man, I wanted to call back in and ask her that question, man. I don't know why they, you know, it's. I want to talk to her brother too, because that triangle theory shit don't work. Just because, okay, Bud beat all these gold medalists, who then beat this person, who then beat this person. You can't do that. Can't do that, man. I'm sorry, my headphones died, man. I missed it. That's why I said I missed it, man. I missed part of the show because my headphones died.
Yeah, I had to handle that real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, that shit don't work. That's why you can't do that resume talk, because styles make fight. But I'm gonna get off of here, man. Kyle, I'll see you in a minute. Fred, thank you for having me on as always, man. I appreciate it.
Easy.
Hey, man, man, I don't know what's up with the laptop camera, man. I gotta go buy one now. I was trying to hold off, but I'm gonna have to go buy a webcam now.
I'm not gonna say I told you 2 weeks ago, but I told you 2 weeks ago. Yeah, D Hodges. I don't know why you blocked. I've never blocked any. I don't block people. I don't even go in that department. So I have no idea why you. I know you asked earlier. I have no idea. You know, I don't even know how to block people. Like, I got to figure. Oh, if you send me your link, just text me your link. Fred needs to play the song. He about to go to rock. Oh no, I'm good. I enjoyed that interview. You know, I really enjoyed the interview. Yeah, she gonna be ringing a lot of bells because she can fight and she's beautiful. So, you know, and her opinion is strong, which is pretty dope.
She stands on it too.
She do stand on it. She definitely stand on it. That'll be dope. You be a mascot, and then we'll reach out to Earl. We'll make it the new wave, mascotting.
Listen, man, I've been listen. We didn't have no mascot at my school for like never. They had the suits, nobody ever put them on. And then on one fateful day, Kyle Davis put that damn suit on. Listen, and I'm gonna tell you this though. I had fine females. I'm talking about bad chicks after I graduated, or graduated from adult school. I had fine females wearing the same cougar suit. Bad chicks now. I'm just saying, you know, I'm a pioneer. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm a pioneer. And the thing about Kyle Davis is, man, anything that I've done, I stand on it. You know what I mean? I don't allow niggas to make me feel bad about shit. You know what I mean? I did it. I had fun doing it, and I do it again, motherfucker.
That's what Sip said. He's crying real tears. Hey, she jumped out of her skin. She's like, be my mascot. I think that'll be genius. You know, Goku, and you know what I mean? That'll be dope. You know, that'll be dope. You know, you got to get down. You got to get the moves down. You know what I mean?
I'll ask DJ and Champion Heart. You know what I mean? Champion Heart, he know karate and shit.
Yeah, and you can go to YouTube and all that stuff too. You'll definitely work on it. I have no doubt. Cal will be like that motherfucker, and the dude dancing with the rabbit. You know when his mama called him. What was that? In the wood. Yeah.
Hey, dude, we talked about the wood for 5 minutes, man. Fucking Centos came in there. We talked about the wood, then we talked about Eddie Murphy, then shit just went south, man.
Yeah.
You know, shit.
And Miss T had a good show today too. I was listening to the show, and she was talking about Stephen Blay. She didn't call in today. Hey, Miss T, how you doing? You know, and One Faithful Day. Oh man, let's get the hell out of here. One Faithful Day.
Hey, it was a faithful day, Fred.
Today. Speaking of Thursday, we got Kurt Flood's daughter coming in, and I think it's an important conversation to have. You know, like I always make notice about what's wrong in boxing. Well, now we have a solution. I think Kurt Flood's daughter will give us insight on how he created free agency in baseball. He stood up against the MLB, you know, and because of that, they won't let him in the Hall of Fame and whatever the case may be. But it's going to be an enlightening conversation this Thursday. So I think all fighters at some point needs to watch this show because it will encourage you. You know, it will encourage you. So to think outside the box and thinking that you need Bob Arum, Al Heyman, or Eddie Hearn or Lou DiBella, you know, you really can do it on your own. You know, so but it's going to be an enlightening show. I'm excited. Tomorrow was just us.
Fred.
Yes.
Oh, Fred, I'm going to tell you this. Jake Paul did a great thing.
What did he do?
He just leveraged YouTube into a fucking promotional company. That motherfucker finna be one of the biggest boxing promoters we have, bro.
You're right. You know,
he just signed Amanda Serrano. So that 400,000 that he gave her, he gonna get that back, and she gonna make a bag too.
Yeah, she gonna make a bag. He gonna promote her. They gonna do some skits and stuff together. And he's young enough where he gonna post every day. You know what I mean? He's gonna, you know, it's gonna be a good look for boxing overall. And they gonna do that tour thing, you know, where it's gonna be Jake Paul and Amanda Serrano going on this tour 2 or 3 times a year and fighting. And that's what I think these black fighters need to do. I remember I did a video on Deontay Wilder, Earl Spence, and Gary Russell doing the same thing. Actually, D said it in my interview. You know, it's just a genius idea. You know, like you don't really have to pay those guys. They can take you to court. But it's the fear. Like you ain't got to pay Al Heyman his 3%. You ain't got to pay Bob his 20%. You know, if you getting the check first, you know, if you getting your check minus the 20%, I mean, that's on you. But you know, so but anyways, what else? So that's it. So it's just us tomorrow. And then Thursday, Kurt Flood's daughter. I think it's going to be an astounding show. So I'm really looking forward to that show. She's high energy. I met her at a jazz festival. So that's pretty dope.
How'd you meet her at the jazz festival?
She was sitting next to me and she challenged me. She says, "Hi, I'm Shelly Flood. You don't know who Kurt Flood is?" I says, "Yeah, the free agency guy." She like, "Oh, yeah, I know who Kurt Flood is." My grandfather was big into baseball, so so Fred, I pulled over just to tell you, play the song. Okay. Champion Heart, get there safe, please. Oh, the phone lines aren't open, Rob G, because people were beaming in, so I just let it go. But I appreciate you. He said, play the song. We going over the cows, man. We going over the cows. Should be pretty dope. Kyle, what you on tonight?
We just talking shit, swallowing spit, in the words of the great philosopher Frederick Hawthorne.
Yeah, we ain't even really get into Sean Porter and Terrence Crawford, but I think it's a great fight for boxing. I think it's a really great fight for boxing. It's actually, you know, we got a good 30 days, 40 days in boxing. We got Deontay Wilder, Shakur, Canelo, and
I'm more excited about going to the
41
fight
days.
than Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, 41 days. We got a good 41 days.
If y'all know anybody that want to buy the Deontay Wilder ticket, y'all let me know, man. Because
you're not going.
I don't know if I'm going.
I just can't afford to take that risk, man.
Yeah, man.
Devil is alive.
And I'm trying to get this car, dude. I'm trying to get this old school, man.
Yeah. The things you gotta do. Hey.
All right, Big Ben, I'll see you in a minute.
Appreciate you, dog. Thank you. With much expected, much is given. Pikachu, I ain't heard that in a long time. My best friend is a Dragon Ball Goku guy. I had no idea what it was. He would go stand in line at the video store. It was cassettes. It was VHS cassettes then. Man, he had the dates lined up, and man. Oh, we got boots in October too? That's good. Hopefully it's an exciting card. You know, that'll be great. Man, what's Keith Thurman gonna do? That's a tough question right now. What is Keith Thurman gonna do? Man, it's sad what's happening to Keith Thurman. Damn. Al Heyman, like, man, I can't do nothing for you. Damn. It's rough out here. People Hernandez was waiting on you. Peoples Hernandez. Thank you, man. All I need is 5 mics. You know, happy birthday to Nas, too. His birthday was this week. And yeah, click the link in the bio. Go watch 9 Wives, man. The film is doing extraordinary, y'all. My heavens. Man, I can't even begin to tell you. It's doing amazing. You know, every day I'm reading emails from y'all buying it and people who film festivals and people who are interested in buying it and stuff like that. It's doing amazing. So so that'll be dope. I just final round. Life's a play. Yeah. Boy, this fight. Hey, fight week, I'm gonna have a ball with this fight. Oh my God. I'm gonna have a ball with this one. Oh man, you talk about fun. Keith Thurman can fight Boots. He gonna have to fight somebody. That man need a check. Poor guy. We gotta get Gary Russell in the ring too. Love y'all, man. Love y'all. Thank you to the Biggs family. Thank you so much for coming through, man. And thank you for going the extra mile and staying up a little later than anticipated. Appreciate y'all.